So I was looking at videos, looking up how to take off the retractable wing off of a 911, and I noticed there were no videos posted to YouTube, so I thought I'd make one. So as you can see, we've got the retractable wing right here. It's in the up position where you need to start it. And the first thing I did was take off the washers right here that hold on the baffles. So what you do is you open the trunk, and as you can see, I've actually already removed the wing, but I'll just go through the steps of how I did that. So you can see that there's these posts under here that are actually held on by these compression washers. Now, what you have to do is take something small, like a screwdriver. I was lucky that I had this plastic little wedge kind of thing here that I had in my garage. It is up against paint, so using a metal screwdriver, you might scratch the paint, but basically you just take the washers stuck on the post, just pry it off with something that you can fit under there, being careful not to scratch the paint. And I will say that it's a good idea to keep a finger over those while you're peeling them off, because they do have a tendency to fly off and kind of go all over the place. The other thing that I did is, usually when I'm working on anything around my engine, I put a towel down or a sheet down to catch anything that might fall, because of course there's lots of nuts and bolts and stuff that can fall into the engine bay, and you certainly don't want to lose them while you're working on it. So one of the things that you have to note as well is one of the posts is actually covered by the fan. So there's 3 bolts that you're going to need to undo to take the fan off to get that last little washer off that's in there. So you'll see all along the edge right here, the little posts, and one's hidden by the fan. So I'll grab, so you have to take a 5/16 socket, and that'll fit right on these 3 bolts here. Now I have them pre-loosened, obviously, but you just take these 3 bolts off. Again, being careful not to lose them. And that'll allow you to get at the last pin. Once you have all of those washers off, and the last one as well, then you can pull up all the baffles, and it's no longer attached down there. Next thing that I did was I took out, you'll see a number of plugs that just sit inside the back of the fin, and they look like this. Okay, they just go right in here. You need to pop all those out. Now, I took a blade, being careful not to wreck anything around the edge, and you just need to pull them out a little bit, and you'll be able to reach under the lip and pop all 4 of them out. And what you'll find under there is another Torx. Okay, if you've worked on any German cars before, you know that they love to work with the Torx, and this is a 20, and it actually is a few inches in, so you have to have either a longer Torx, or I just put one in a little holder here and was able to get in the couple of inches, take all 4 of the bolts out, and then you have to take, on each corner, there are these little plugs here. They're actually just rubber, and you can grab a hold of them and kind of just spin them out. And what you'll be able to do then is separate the top and the bottom half of the wing. Once you take the top half of the wing off, you can set it down. And remove the brake light. So now the brake light is being held in just by these little compression clips. You just push them in on the side, on each side, and pull it out the back, Got to compress this one, pull it out the back, and then take a screwdriver and just lift the little tab on the edge here, and then you can slide out the wire. Okay, once you have that out, then you'll be able to remove the actual brake light. Okay, and the brake light just comes out. You'll need that later. Then what you need to do is get another Torx. So this is a 20 as well. And this Torx is for, there's bolts that hold the hinges on the actual wing. So there's 4 bolts there that you need to take out, and then the hinges will come off, and that'll allow you to take the other 4 bolts off that are on the posts that actually make the wing go up and down. And when you've got these 4 off, then you should be able to pull that part of the wing out. And now, you've pretty much removed the retractable wing. Now, for me, I don't actually need to take the whole mechanism. I don't need to take the motor and everything off, but it really, I'm taking off my retractable wing to be able to put a fixed wing on. But it depends, you know, why you're taking it off. If you're replacing it with a new one, or if you have a fixed wing. Some of them you do need to take the whole mounts off. I don't happen to have to for what I'm doing. So that's it. The wing's removed.